or a PT band is good too, like this. A little piece of wall just enough at shoulder height for your handprint, and a blanket. And while you're grabbing those things, a couple of announcements from the Institute, and then we will get started in a seated position. So please join us this Thursday, June 12th, 8 p.m. Eastern, an evening conversation between Rabbi Josh Fagelson and Yiska Smith. Yiska is a beautiful, beautiful teacher, so please join them. The link is here. That's this Thursday, June 12th at 8. We have also 2 retreats upcoming that we want to share with you. IJS is really excited to be returning to the Garrison Institute at Garrison, New York, which is right near West Point, for a Jewish mindfulness retreat November 16th through 20th. Wonderful, wonderful faculty, and I'm pleased to say I'll be joining as well to teach the yoga on that retreat. So check that out, November 16 to 20. I can personally say I've been there once. The food at Garrison was amazing. It's amazing. As well, calling all young adults in their 20s and 30s to Mill Valley, California for a wonderful retreat specifically designed for young adults to slow down, to connect. And that will be running from August 5th to August 10th. So please check that out and or send to those in your life in their 20s and 30s who might benefit from that. As well, upcoming, I'm going to be back at Kripalu Center for Yoga and Health December 4 through 7. And I will have registration for that soon. Not yet, but soon. So save the date if you're looking for a Shabbat and yoga retreat. Okay, friends, let's get started. Find a comfortable seat. It could be in a chair or it could be cross legs on the blanket. Root your spine. And lift up tall. And really see that you're comfortable in such a way that your pelvis feels stable, balanced. And to the best of your ability, that nothing feels agitated. You can really start to release any holding. Take a conscious scan through your body for a moment. And just notice how it is right now, how you are right now. And are there any specific places of tension or possibly pain that need to be cared for in this practice? Just noticing any spots you don't need to do anything. You don't need to change anything. And I want to remind you that practice today is wholly and completely yours. You are at the helm. I'm making some suggestions, but if anything is contraindicated for you or just simply doesn't feel good today in this moment, please modify it or do something else entirely. That's the beauty of your personal space. Take your practice really for yourself. Feel your breath coming and going, just as it is. Arriving, landing. Hamakom hazeh, to this place. Okay, let's begin with a little bit of cat and cow, arch and curl. So as you inhale, shifting forward on the sitting bones, lifting the heart, drawing the elbows back, widen the collarbones, you can gaze up. And as you exhale, curling back, curling to the back of the sitting bones, letting the mid-back go back. C curve. Let the air go completely. As you inhale, again, shift the pelvis forward, lift up. Cat, arching. And as you exhale, curl. I'll show from the side, just to be clear with the movement. And you can take this in your own time. You don't have to follow my rhythm. Linking movement with breath. Just feeling the light of the breath. Inhaling as you arch, and exhaling as you curl. Movement through the whole spine from tailbone to crown. And through the whole range of breath, filling the inhale to the top and exhaling completely to the bottom. Coming back to rest in the center. We'll take a side bend, grounding again through the sitting bones, and lifting tall through the crown of the head. Take your fingertip and just crawl them out to the sides so that you're on your finger tops, all 5 fingers, thumb and forefingers, that is, balanced. Widen the collarbones, drop the shoulder blades down the back. And before we take a side bend, just feel the width of your body from the sternum, from the center line out in each direction. Feel the expanse of your lungs and your rib cage. Maybe it's for you more of a visual, or maybe it's more of a felt sense to know the space that exists from side to side in the body, widening. The possibility for breath, for chiyut, life force. Let's take a side bend over to the right, inhaling the left arm up. It might be all the way up or bent at the elbow, or maybe you want to keep the hand down. You'll decide exhaling and taking a side bend. So both sides of the rib cage lift. And in that side bend, explore the opening of the left side of the rib cage. Inhale back up through center and exhale, come down. Let's inhale the right arm up, lengthen, and exhale, side bend over to the left. And explore the opening through the right side of the rib cage. Just easy. It might be the first bit of movement you're doing today. Inhale up through center and exhale, come back down to neutral. Pause and just feel, notice the amount of space in your torso. Feel the breath coming and going. And now a twist. Inhale both arms out and up to the extent possible. And exhale, spin to the right. Inhale tall and spin. Easy twist. Just feeling the turn of the rib cage. Twisting of the spine, lifting and twisting. And you can decide how much, to what extent you want to take the head with you. And the gaze. And then coming back, inhale the arms up center, and we're going to exhale, spin it to the other side. Inhale, lift up tall, and exhale, spin a little more. And just feeling it out, the limits of the movement this particular morning. Inhale, raise the arms back up as you come to center, maybe even the palms meet, and then exhale the palms down through the center line. to the chest, to the heart. Pressing right hand to left equally with equanimity in the hands, equal pressure, equal touch, and allow that pressure from one hand to the other. Lift the heart and lift the spine maybe just a touch more. And then release. I'd like to share a little teaching on this 13th of Sivan from this week's Torah portion, Baha'alotcha, and then we'll continue our practice. So however it feels comfortable for you to sit, or if you want to do a little movement while I speak, please, bevakasha, feel welcome. So Baha'alotcha, the same root as la'alot, to go up. The root is like Aliyah to Moses saying, speak to Aaron, lamps. Let the 7 lamps give light at the front of the lampstand. Right. Therefore, the name of the parsha, speak to him, saying, Beha'alotcha et hanerot, when you light the lamps, when you raise them up, El mul pnei hamenorah, Ya'iru shivat hanerot. The lamps, let the 7 lamps give. And so at the front of the eyes, on what exactly does that mean? I want to share with you a little piece from the book Good Noticing, which was prepared for the Institute at the to honor Rabbi Sheila Peltz-Weinberg from her various students. This particular little piece is called Beha'alotcha, Shine Inward, from Rabbi Cindy Anger, who was a graduate of the 6th cohort of the Rabbinic Leadership Program and 2nd cohort of the Mindfulness Teacher Training. So Rabbi Anger says to us, the Art Scroll translation of the Torah with Rashi's commentary, Rashi describes a menorah in which the lamps cast light toward the face of the menorah, meaning its central shaft. That is, the light shines inward toward the center. What meanings might we draw from this? We humans have mastered ways of projecting light way out into the skies and across the oceans, but we're often not as in tune with or aware of the light that is right beside us or part of us, shining inward. This really spoke to me because it's certainly a time of a lot of chaos and confusion out there in the world. I think holding on to or igniting or being with, noticing our own inner light and the light of others feels really challenging at this time. So I wanted to connect with these words about the lighting of the menorah. She goes on to tell us, the light in Parshat Beha'alotcha from the menorah of the Mishkan, it's the light of true sovereignty, which calls for present moment awareness and a felt sense of the truth of all living beings' interconnectedness. It is distinct from the light of the Chanukah menorah, which is intended to shine light further outward, to announce a miracle from past times. The light of the Mishkan's menorah shines inward and directly but slightly forward. Like the breath we follow when sitting in quiet and stillness, dedicating ourselves to the present moment, the miracles of daily living, the light that is close in. Light often miss. This light is precious and delicate. Like a flower, it emanates from the menorah. It is the light that is our lives. So I think it goes without saying, friends, that when we're on the mat, that's exactly what we are cultivating. We're cultivating knowing this light, being with this light, being in presence. We often call yoga meditation in motion, and finding that that bit of light, of heat, that can give us strength and can emanate, so that we can also see it in others. So we're going to just do a little bit of opening for the shoulders, which is in fact an opening for the whole chest. And I think sometimes there's light that emanates from space, and we're going to do some work also on the hips today. That's the practice I'd like to take a look at. So as you're ready, come on to stand, and we're going to work at the wall for a moment and start to just open the front of the shoulder. So you can start with either side. Either take the palm sort of up at the wall here, or if you want to extend the arm back, you'll see how that feels within your own personal shoulder joint. And then the idea is, so you might press the whole forearm into the wall, or you might just sort of send the arm back. Then you're going to take your feet and start to turn them little by little to face in towards the room. As you do that, you get some opening here for the upper shoulder, for the pec. See how that is. There are lots of muscles and tendons in there, and one shoulder might be very different from the other. So see how that is for you. And then just pause, stop, breathe, be with the sensation that arises. If there's any pain or strain, please adjust your position. Just notice how it is, and if you want to make any changes and try it a different way, you can go ahead and do that also. So we're looking for some sensation, some opening in the upper quadrant of the chest, and then you can slowly walk it back. Pause and just notice, how is it from one side to the other? Do I feel any sensation? What's the difference? Maybe warmth, maybe a little vibration, and then take the other side. So again, you're walking your feet in towards the room. And just notice how this is. Be here and breathe. Slowly, steadily. And as you're ready, release. And again, just come back to an easy mountain pose and notice how you're doing. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the arm to the wall. We're going to do it 3 ways. We're going to press the palm into the wall, basically. We're going to face the fingertips up, and we're going to hold that. And then we're going to turn the fingertips out and hold that. And then we're going to rotate and turn the fingertips down with the eye of the elbow facing up. And do it that way. So it's 3 ways. I'm pressing my palm into the wall at shoulder height. We just really press the wall away. And this is meant to open up the whole nerve channel here, right? So you don't want to get into tingling or shooting pain, God forbid, but you will feel it's a little bit perhaps uncomfortable. That's okay. Just really trying to open up through the joints, make space for those nerve channels. Spread the fingers, brighten up the palm as you press away. Notice the shoulder. We don't want the shoulder to hike up or be tense. So you want to be easy through the rest of the body. Slow, smooth, steady breaths. And then turn the palm to face back. The eye of the elbow is moving up in the direction of the ceiling. At the same time, you can pay attention to your stance. Nice parallel, easy mountain. Ground the 4 corners of the feet. Steady, smooth breathing. If your breathing becomes labored or if Anything in your face tightens up. You're working too hard. Ease up. Those are your signs. Can even make sound on the exhale. And then lastly, turn the palm to face down, the eye of the elbows facing up. And then release. Take your hand away from the wall. Pause. Give out any shake, shoulder roll, whatever you need. Just soften your eyes or close them for a moment. And tune into sensation. How do you feel from the side you just worked with to the other side? Just noticing. And then we'll come to the other side. So again, the hand is shoulder height. We're pressing the wall away. From that center line outward. Soften your breath. And then turn the hand to face the back. Eye of the elbow moving up. Notice if your mind wanders. And just gently bring it back. Mind does that. That's what it does. Just come on back again and again to your breath, to sensation in your body. And then lastly, turn the fingertips to face down, eye of the elbow up. Be here and breathe. If it gets too intense, you can pause and come back. For some of us, this might be no big deal. For some of us, this can be kind of intense. And then release, shake it out. Grab your strap or your exercise band. The benefit of an exercise band is it's got some motion on it, and you can kind of work on it, can kind of pull a little bit. We're holding this between thumb and forefinger. And we're keeping the strap taut. And we're just going to inhale and come up. And exhale and come behind and lower down. And so you can adjust as wide as you need to accommodate your own shoulders. We inhale as we come up, pulling taut, and exhale, come down. Take this in your own breath. So the inhale is always on the up, and the exhale is always on the down, and you want to keep the shoulders down. So if you notice there's any movement in the shoulders or the torso, you want to widen your arms. So you're very still and your whole body is just the arms and the shoulder girdle moving. Keep the eyes soft. Remember, the inhale is always in the up direction and the exhale in the down direction. Shining the light inward. The light facing the central line. the spine. One more time. When you come down next time, you can pause, put the strap to the side, just take any stretch you need after that. Whatever feels good to work that little shimmy, a little shake. So hopefully there's some bit of opening in the shoulders. Oh, I forgot. We're actually going to continue to hold the band or the strap. Just take it around your neck for the moment. We're going to take the legs wide. We're going to look at warrior two. Turn the left toes in and the right toes out. For now, just take the hands to the hips and let's bend and straighten the knee just a little bit, just starting to open the hips. Feeling the inner line of the legs. You just want to see that the knee does not come past the ankle in this pose. Right, so anywhere from just a baby, we'll settle it from anywhere from a baby warrior two to as much as 90 degrees, you'll see what you need. But now you're going to take the strap across the tops of your shoulders and again, taut between thumb and first finger, just to give you a sense of the arms and the length. Spread your fingertips. Just find this beautiful length. Take the gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale here, and then exhale, bend the knee. And you can come in and out a little more, or you can stay, however you wish, investigating warrior two. Really pull, extend, open on that strap. And then when you're ready, come on back to center. You can release the hands, release the strap, turn the feet. Once again, hands to the hips. Inhale, exhale, bend, and just come in and out a couple times. Just starting to get ready for the imprint of warrior two. And then take hold of your band, strap, extend the arms, spread the fingers, bottom tips of the shoulder blades down. Inhale here, and exhale, bend through that left knee. Couple of breaths here, smooth, slow, steady breaths. And then straighten through the leg, release. Then you can put the strap away. We're going to take wide leg forward bend. Maybe you'll have hands to the floor, maybe you'll have hands to a chair or to a block. Again, make the adjustments, variations, modifications as needed for you. So we're going to hop or step the legs wide. The outer edges of the feet are parallel with the mat, or the toes facing in slightly. Hands to the hips. Inhale, lift the heart. Draw the elbows back. Exhale and fold forward at the hip crease. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Take the hands down. Good. So find this 90-degree position. See if you can just find a softness. When I think about light in the practice of yoga, it's like that. It's a pilot light that's just really always burning. That's just a soft light that's taking me through the whole practice. I like to think that way. If you'd like to fold forward more fully, you can, and send the crown of the head towards the floor or towards a block. Or you can stay in this 90 degree. You decide. The sitting bones are in line with the heels. And then as you're ready, start to come out. Unraveling, unwinding the way you came in, hands to the hips, lift up, gaze up, and release. Come back to center. Okay, my friends, let's have a seat. And we're going to take it down to the floor. Keep your strap nearby. Feet on the floor, sitting bones. We're going to just roll it down, get a little abdominal work before we lie down. Inhale and lift the spine tall. Exhale and curl like we did in the beginning, or to roll it down toward the floor, vertebra by vertebra. You can bring the arms up toward the ceiling. Inhale here. Exhale, draw the navel to the spine, begin to curl, and we're going to come up. So we're just going to roll up a few times. Inhale here at the top. Exhale, curl and roll down. And you can use this in different ways. You can hold on to the thighs as you come down or not. You can keep the legs straight instead of bent if you'd like, no problem. Inhale here, exhale, start to curl. Spine lengthens and makes space between the vertebra with each movement. One more, roll down and up. And lastly, inhale and we'll roll down one more time. Good. And when you arrive here to the floor, take that right knee and hug it in. Left knee can be bent or left leg can be long, your decision. Just giving that knee a nice hug in. You can take the knee out to the side, back to the center. Good, and then grab your strap and take your foot up toward the ceiling, into the strap. Stretching through the hamstring, and you can keep a bend on the knee if you would like. Whatever you need. See that your pelvis is even, so that the right hip is not hiking up at all. If you want to take the strap across the front arch of the toes and draw that down, draw the toes down toward your forehead, you get a little more through Achilles, calf. Just noticing sensation, shining the light of your own awareness on sensation. And then release the strap, keep the leg in the air. We'll take a little bit of point and flex. And circle the foot, open the ankle. One direction and the other direction. Good. Bend the left knee, place the sole of the foot on the floor if that's not already there, and cross the right ankle over figure four. You can either thread your strap behind the left thigh or clasp hands behind the left thigh and draw the whole thing in figure four. And there are all kinds of places we can feel this. So just check out what you feel and see how much you want to draw it in. You're in total control here. If you want a little more juice, even as you press in, you can press the right forearm into the thigh, press the thigh away from you as you draw in. You'll get a little more juice. So see what you need. And then release. Give the legs a little shake out in the air. Maybe a little bit of sound. Add the arms. Get it all out. And we'll take the other side. Hugging the left knee toward the chest. Right knee can be bent or right leg can be long. If you usually always do it one way, maybe you want to try the other way. See what that's like. Again, pelvis even. Feel the back body melt toward the floor. And then take the left foot into the strap and send it up toward the ceiling. And again, if you want a little more for the Achilles, for the calf, you can bring the strap around the ball, front ball of the foot. And then release the strap, point and flex the foot. And then make circles with the foot. One direction. And the other direction. Give the foot a little shake out. And figure four stretch, bending the right knee, placing the sole of the foot on the floor. Left ankle comes just above the right knee. And draw the whole thing in toward you. Again, either clasping hands behind the right thigh or weaving the strap through. Keep a slight flex on that left foot as you draw in. Then if you want a little bit of extra juice, if you want some counter pressure, you can press that left forearm into the left thigh as you pull the right thigh in. You gauge the sensation. And then release as you're ready. Once more, give the legs a shake out. Give the arms a shake out. And then hug the knees to your chest in any way you want. You might want to hug the knees wide or closer together. You might want to take happy baby. Take the outsides of the feet down. Maybe you want to hold the knee caps and make circles. Some way to just ease out the lower back a little bit. And then as you're ready, come to stillness. That might look like traditional Shavasana, arms, legs out long, a little bit wide, arms out to the sides, palms up. It might look like constructive rest, knees bent, soles of the feet to the floor, palms on your belly or low ribs, elbows out to the side. You might want the blanket for support under your head or under your knees, so you choose some kind of Shavasana of stillness for just a few minutes. Letting your body absorb, letting your nervous system absorb this teaching. Physical teaching, Torah teaching. The light of the Mishkan's menorah shines inward and directly, but slightly forward. Like the breath we follow, in quiet and stillness, dedicating ourselves to the present moment, the miracles of daily living, the light that is close in. This light we often miss. This light is precious and delicate. It is the light that is our lives. If you have a little more time in your day to spend more time in stillness, feel free to turn off the video and stay as long as you like and come back when you're ready. If you're moving back in your day, wiggle the fingers and the toes and begin to make your way up to a comfortable seat. Tall spine. We never hold the light of our practice, the benefits of our practice in for ourselves, but we spread it out to all sentient beings. So first, keeping in mind anyone who needs healing, refuat nefesh or refuat guf, healing of the soul, of the body, might be your own very self. You might bring whoever needs healing to mind. Send a blessing for them. On Monday and Thursday mornings with our Torah service, it's traditional, it's in our Siddur to make a prayer for those who are captive that they should find freedom. As we've been doing each week, we send blessing and love to the 58 Chatufim, hostages in Gaza. And we share text together. Achenu kol Beit Israel. It'll be on the screen. You can chant with me, sing with me, or just listen. At least sending our energies to bring them home immediately. Acheinu kol beit Yisrael, Achyoteinu kol beit Yisrael, Hanetunim betzara, betzara uvashivya, Haomdim ben bayam uven bayabasha. Hamakom yerachem, yerachem alehem, veyotziem mitzara, lirvacha, umhafel aleora, umishibud ligeula, hashta bagala, uvizman kariv. Hashta bagala uvizman kariv, venomar amen. And continuing in your own way, in your own prayers, to send blessing all over the world to those who are suffering, those in need. May we all be free. May we all be free from suffering. Taking a final breath, inhale and exhale as a khatima, a seal on our practice today. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you all for practicing. So glad to be with you. Shavua Tov. And we have some time for Q&A for the last few minutes. If this practice has been helpful to you or any of the offerings from IJS, please consider making a donation in any amount. Anything, all amounts are welcome. And we're really happy to be able to use those donations to continue to support you in practice and continue to offer free resources. Thank you so much for practicing. And if you have a question, you can put it into the chat, or you can use the hand-raising function on the bottom bar, and I will call on you. Happy to hear questions, reflections. Meg, let's start there.
There we go. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Good. I think I must have been just rolling out my mat, and I didn't hear you at the beginning when you were talking about the retreat at Garrison. Did you say there will be yoga, or you'll be doing yoga?
There will be yoga, and I shall be teaching that yoga.
Yes. Okay, that's what I wanted to confirm.
And that's going to be a retreat that has a capacity for 80 people, which is really great. So
I know
check that out.
Yeah, it fills up quickly, I hear, so I will do that today. I also just wanted to say that I've done a lot of work because I've been stooping over, so I've been doing a lot of work on the shoulders and opening, but I had never done the one where we had the 3 hand positions, and particularly that upside down one was so helpful. So I'm going to add that to what I do. I usually do both at the same time, kind of in a doorway and stepping forward. But now this one at a time with the real, and I think the important thing is it not so that as we're doing that, we have to remember to have the shoulder blade relax down, right? Because the tendency is...
Yeah, both the shoulder blade and the outer shoulder. We just want to make sure we're not here, for sure.
Yeah, because
that takes a little awareness.
It is that awareness that the shoulder blade and back is really down, relaxing. And it was amazing to have that upside down, the 3 directions. Thank you. See you at Garrison.
Great.
Thank you so much.
I really do love those. They're really nice. They're not easy, but they're, help keep carpal tunnel syndrome away and stay open through the arm. They're just great to whatever extent you can work them in. And since Meg asked about that, I'll add another one. I was a string player, so they used to always give us things for the arms. So there's one where you don't need a wall. You send your arm out and you just take one finger down and hold the other three up. And then use the next finger. It's really hard. And try to keep the other fingers up. And you just do one at a time. This is a little bit easier if you hold it with your thumb, but you're supposed to just do them free. Fourth finger's pretty hard, etc. You get my point. But so you can play with it a little bit, and it's really a great way to work through your hands. I'm just taking a look through some of the questions here. Some good comments. Glad that people are feeling good. Opening the shoulders. Yes, Pam. Devora, you like using the TheraBand. There are people who are working with the TheraBands in yoga and a lot, and you can play with it and have some fun. It's really good for working strength as well. Roger, thank you for correcting me on the number of hostages, 55. It's easy to lose track. I know, I remember, at least a body that was recovered. So thank you, 55. Joy, tingling in the hands when against the wall. Right. That's to be measured. We don't want to get into too much tingling. If it's a little and it goes away, I think that's okay. If it's a little and it doesn't go away, it's less okay. So try to use your judgment there. I would say when you get into tingling, just a little would be the right amount that we're seeking. Great question. Judy, I woke up feeling very troubled about the state of this world. Shamati. Yeah. Esther. Let's see.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. I just wanted to thank you. It was just a lovely, lovely practice. And I'm recovering my ability to walk. And I have had a yoga practice for 30 some years. Used to do a lot of yoga, Kripalu. But it was just a pleasure this morning. This is the first time I've come to practice with you. And it was just a pleasure this morning to have your practice. And I was able to do almost the whole practice with my props. I needed to hold on to things. But it was just, I feel very grounded. So thank you very much.
Oh, good. Thank you, Esther. Refuah Shlema in your work to recover yourself. This is really, really, really amazing, deep stuff.
Yeah.
And glad to support that even in small measure. And just what Esther's talking about in terms of having a practice, losing a practice, and having a slow recovery. It's methodical, I'm sure, and takes a great deal of patience, and reminds me to tell all of you, use your props, use the wall, use the chair, use whatever you need to make any movement, any pose safe for you and comfortable. It's really, really important. Is Devora still here? Because I wanted to ask. Looks like maybe not. Okay. I wanted to ask for some commentary. A little bit of Rashi on the TheraBand from you. Oh well. Other questions? Comments? Feelings in your body after the practice today? Okay, well, my friends, then I shall see you next week. It's really terrific to be able to say that. See you next week. Take good care. Sei gesund. Bye-bye for now.